Hello, and welcome to the weekly cyber intelligence briefing for 17 October 2025. I'm AJ Nash, digital intelligence advocate for Authenticate. This week's report highlights an incredibly active threat landscape that continues to pivot away from simple vulnerability hunting and toward supply chain compromise, platform abuse, and the weaponization of security tools. The overall theme is clear. Adversaries are hitting where it hurts the most, which is our trusted relationships and foundational technology. All right, so let's dig in. Perhaps the most urgent item this week is the confirmation of a major nation-state breach at F5 Networks, which some experts are calling a five-alarm fire for national security. Intelligence confirms that a nation-state actor maintained long-term persistent access to F5 systems since August of 2025, resulting in the theft of proprietary source code segments and internal vulnerability details. Now, this is a massive concern because F5 products are deployed widely across government agencies, financial institutions, critical infrastructure, and major corporations globally, including organizations like Bank of America, NASA, and Boeing. CISA had to issue an emergency directive for federal agencies to address this threat immediately. All right, moving on. Big news for global IT teams as Microsoft delivered its largest ever Patch Tuesday release. I'm sure everybody's very excited about this. They dropped patches for 172 security vulnerabilities, coinciding with the official end of life for Windows 10. Crucially, this includes fixes for 3 separate zero-day vulnerabilities that were already under active exploitation in the wild. We saw unprecedented remediation efforts, including Microsoft entirely removing the Windows Azure modem driver, a component bundled with Windows for 2 decades, rather than patching the vulnerability. In another serious vulnerability development, the notorious Clop ransomware group is actively exploiting a zero-day flaw, CVE 2025-61882, in Oracle e-Business Suite's BI Publisher integration component. Now, this zero-day allows for unauthenticated remote code execution, and we've already seen confirmation that Harvard University was among the victims, with Clop claiming to have stolen over 1.3 terabytes of data. On the threat actor front, North Korean threat groups demonstrated shocking sophistication across multiple simultaneous campaigns. First, they executed a massive supply chain attack dubbed Contagious Interview. This involved deploying 338 malicious NPM packages with over 50,000 downloads, specifically targeting cryptocurrency and Web3 developers. The attackers impersonated recruiters on LinkedIn, pressuring targets to install malicious code under the guise of technical interview requirements. Additionally, North Korean operatives are running an extensive IT worker infiltration scheme. Thousands of these contractors have reportedly infiltrated global technology and infrastructure firms since 2018, using fabricated identities and AI-generated headshots. They employ sophisticated methods like using VPNs and laptop farms to disguise their location and circumvent verification checks. Once inside, they quietly funnel stolen credentials and sensitive data back to their handlers. We also saw concerning trends in credential theft and platform abuse. Threat actors are running sophisticated phishing campaigns that successfully impersonate trusted platforms like LastPass, OpenAI, Homebrew, and SonicWall to deliver credential-stealing malware. Now, this tactic exploits the public's trust in established brand names. And then we've got the escalation of data theft and ransomware. Finally, the sheer volume and impact of data breaches and ransomware has escalated. Global ransomware activity surged by 46% in the September-October period, with Q3 2025 marking a record level of publicly disclosed attacks. Groups like Keylin Ransomware are proving highly effective, having claimed responsibility for an attack in September that forced production shutdowns at nearly all 30 factories belonging to Japanese beverage manufacturer Asahi Group Holdings. On the data theft side, the Scattered Lapsus Hunters threat group claimed responsibility for potentially exfiltrating over 1 billion records from Salesforce environments. Separately, the lending platform Prosper disclosed a breach impacting 17.6 million accounts, with stolen data including names, addresses, dates of birth, social security numbers, and government-issued identification numbers. Now, that gives you all you need as a cybercriminal to build what we call fulls. That's the entire package you need to steal somebody's identity. Now, let's look into the dark web. There's been a significant shift in the cybercrime ecosystem as there's a move away from selling compromised remote desktop protocol access. Instead, Russian cybercrime marketplaces are rapidly transitioning to trading malware stealer logs, which contain raw outputs from malware infections, including browser-saved passwords, cookies, session tokens, and cryptocurrency wallet details. This allows attackers to instantly impersonate victims across various platforms, dramatically increasing the risk of account takeover. All right, I told you it was a busy week, and it obviously was. This doesn't even cover everything, but that's all the time I have for right now. So to get the full weekly cyber intelligence brief, go to Authenticate's blog. That's authenticate plus the number 8.com/blog, and you'll get all the details from these topics and more. and recommendations for immediate mitigation steps and emergency patching priorities. Until next week, stay vigilant.